Terry Robinson of Pueblo gave flood damage restoration 5 stars, noted their professionalism, their quality, and their responsiveness. I had a water leak with our steam humidifier and found that at some time during the night, a drain tube came loose and water just kept coming out as it tried to refill itself. As you can imagine, the next morning when we went downstairs to the basement, stepped on the carpet, which was just squished, and as our heart sank because now you just lost a bunch of money to get the carpet and pad dry without molding, and hope you get it all to include the walls and baseboards. So I called the top rated service on Google and dialed the fine folks at Flood Damage Restoration of Colorado Springs. They came out within the hour. I also, for comparison, dialed the second best and found they could not come out for several hours and also could not provide a ballpark estimate until they could see the damage. So rather than waiting several hours and risking more damage to the house, we chose Flood Damage Restoration, who came right out. When they arrived, they were very professional and began inspecting the damage with an infrared camera and taking moisture readings on the lowest part of the walls. My wife and I were already in progress, sucking up the water with our carpet cleaner, and had several fans going, as well as opening up the house to let the moisture escape. As they quoted a price on the phone, what happened in reality far different, but in a good way, because the leak only spread about 10 to 15% of the basement in total. They saw we were doing our best and were capable of fixing this ourselves. I can imagine other companies would have just went ahead and started working and charged us for the cleanup. The guys from Flood Damage Restoration knew from the start we didn't have any money to spend, so they recommended instead of me renting air movers for only $3 more, I could buy them from Lowe's, which is what I did. They related how best to ensure the baseboards were dried, for how long I should use the fans, some tips to ensure they were really dry instead of dried on the surface, and what to do with the carpet. They also said if we have questions, we could call them and they would freely offer advice. Then after the guys left, I got a call from their front office who checked in with me to see if I had any further questions, which I did not, because the guys did a terrific job of explaining in detail what to do. I cannot emphasize enough about their professionalism, courtesy, and following up. I know going forward, if I have a disaster, they are who I'm going to call. I've since told my adult kids about their services, so if they run into trouble, to give these folks a call. And I shared this experience with my coworkers too. As I am a veteran and this business is also veteran owned, I would rather support the backbone of America by supporting small businesses that run a hill of the mill, huge corporate organization when they pay lip service to quality and always seem to not deliver. I highly recommend and will most certainly use them in the future. Thank you very, very much, Terry Robinson. If you need flood damage or flood removal or water remediation services, call Flood Damage Restoration of Pueblo.